Yeah, a little bit. You know, I don't get celebrated, you know, so I'm a dad and a husband and all that good stuff, which is awesome. But to get celebrated is really cool. It's fun. Not what I play for, but it's cool. It is weird. Like everywhere I'm going, oh, congrats. I'm like, for what? Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, thank you. But for the most part, yeah, it's different, but it's cool. It is a little bit different than normal though.
Your children understand what's happening yet? They know they're kind of young, but
No.
do they understand that Dad's a celebrity this weekend? Kind of
No. I'm just dad that tells them what to do and they don't want to do it. So, yeah, no, none of that. None of this is registering for them. They just get a chance to see family. So, a bunch of my family's in town. So, that's the fun part for them.
How does it register for you to have? I mean, when you left here, you were probably still a child. And
Yeah.
now you have children of your own that kind of get to see, get to share, I don't know, some of your experiences through other people's tellings of, their time watching it here. And I guess it's kind of a moment for you to, I don't know, show them what it was like and have a little pride to do what you did here.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. They don't really care too much. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, I mean, does it special having them?
For sure. But as far as like for them, like yeah, they don't really know what's going on. And as far as like sharing stuff with them, my oldest is 6, and he gets it a little bit, but not much. But for me, it's cool. It's cool to be here. It's cool to be back here with my family, because this is actually the first time I've been back with my entire family. Plus my dad's here, my sisters are here. I mean, it's in my entire, immediate family that really rocks with me. So it's pretty cool to have everybody together and all that stuff. But as far as the honors and stuff like that goes, it's kind of like, it's all good.
What about you, Doug? How you feel?
Feel great to be back. I come back a lot more than Anthony, but this feels way different. A lot of my teammates have been around last night. We all had a little reunion together, so it's just good to see everyone. Can't believe it's already been 6 years going on, and since I've been gone. I don't have any kids I'm bringing to the zoo when I'm back here, but it's cool being around the family, just seeing how much this place is blowing up, with the facilities, just this campus. We never used to come down this way, and now everything's down on this side of campus. So it's cool to see what guys like Anthony started for us and what we could continue to build, and now seeing all the success they're having, not just in men's basketball, but all the other sports.
Have you tried to put it in perspective at all, the fact that this is kind of like the end of a decade for you that started with your dad coming here as the coach and bringing you over from Northern Iowa? I mean, your path kind of like, there was kind of like a bunch of happy accidents along the way that led you to this point, and going to the Big East and blowing up.
For sure.
And then come back here. You're still here.
Yeah.
The people that were here were still here. Like it hasn't changed much, but you have changed a lot through the years.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it seems like that was yesterday, where Butch was picking us up from the Marriott, and we were coming to get introduced at the Ryan Center here. So it feels like yesterday. Time flies, man. We had so much fun here. Creighton gave me and my family so much, and I really appreciate everything everyone's done here for me. And it's just good to be back. All these familiar faces. Everyone's just getting older. Everyone's kids are getting older. Coach DeVries's kid is getting recruited. It's crazy. It's cool to see though, and I'm really excited to be back.
He wasn't the first one to offer him though. What happened there?
I don't know, man. Yeah, I think Endo beat him to it at South Dakota State, but yeah, it's those kids.
Talking about Tucker?
Tucker. Yeah.
Oh man, what? Get on it, McDermott.
I know, right? Yeah. Got to hire D-Rock back to get him, but yeah, he's growing up, and all these other kids that were traveling on the road trips with us. Coach Vanderloo's daughter is a freshman playing soccer. It's crazy to see. It makes me feel old. I'm sure it makes him feel even older.
Oh boy.
You mentioned that ride over to the Ryan Center. You remember what you were thinking? I mean, there's no way you could have predicted all of this, I'm sure. But how far in the future were you thinking at all? I mean, were you thinking about possibilities or like what this could be?
Yeah, it was just such a whirlwind, because it all happened so fast. I was pretty much had my bags packed, ready to go to Cedar Falls. Moving in with my roommates there, and just just like that, everything changed, and I didn't really have a whole lot of time to process it. And the good thing about it, though, was I took a visit here out of high school, so I was familiar with, a lot of the people here already. So that made it a lot easier for me. But I would have never imagined I would have gone on the run that I did, that day, being introduced here.
Can you talk about just the Creighton alumni in the NBA, kind of a close-knit group you guys are now playing professionally, and how cool is it to kind of see that tradition continue?
Yeah, it's really cool. Creighton obviously is not the hugest school in the world, but for us to be well represented at the highest level, it says something about this university and the people who have been here. The coaches and the staff and everybody who's been a part of this program. It's pretty cool to have, right now currently 5 guys in the NBA, and there's just not a ton of schools that can say that. And even a lot of the bigger schools, that are more traditional powerhouses and stuff, and a lot of those guys don't even have 5 guys in the NBA right now. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to represent it, and then, everybody sees a Creighton player and they're, oh, he must be a shooter. Pretty much. Most of us.
Exactly.
That's what we do.
For sure, yeah. It's always good to, obviously when I started just seeing Anthony and Kyle, but now seeing the younger guys like Kyrie and JP, just being able to have someone to talk to, before the games. We always make sure to say what's up to each other, and it's nice to be known on a national stage now. I feel like people didn't really know where Creighton was back in the day, and now, teammates that I play with are like, oh, you guys are in the Big East now, like they making bets against guys that went to other Big East schools. It's cool to have a school that a lot of people know about on a national stage.
What's that like for you two? Because 10, 15 years ago, I'm not sure anybody outside of Nebraska knew where Creighton was. I guess what's that like to kind of be there and help transform Creighton into kind of a national, at least people know who Creighton is, where they are, and that it is a basketball school?
Yeah, I mean, this guy had a lot more to do with that than me, but it is cool. Obviously when he kind of was in between, right? What are you, 3 years in the Valley and 1 in the Big East? Yeah. So I mean, he got a chance to see it really transfer over and everything else. When I was here, it was still the small school, right? It was still, we were just trying to dominate the Missouri Valley and just make it to the tournament, type thing. And so. So yeah, I mean, it's cool to be a part of the journey, right? To be a part of Creighton, getting to where they are now, and having the facilities like they have now, which are better than a lot of professional facilities, by the way. So recruits, make sure you know that. So yeah, so it's cool though. It's cool to see the transformation, and to say, I had a small hand in it. It was pretty cool too.
As much as this, you talk about the transformation, and for you coming back here, there's still a lot of faces that were around even when you were around. As much as this place has changed, how much do you, I guess, still appreciate coming back and having some familiar faces, some familiar voices? And I'm sure Gordy still talks trash to you as much as he ever did back then.
Always.
Even more so, probably. I mean,
Always.
How important is that to have some familiarity with?
It's absolutely important. To have. I mean, Gordy's not the only one. Patty's still here. Bruce and Steve Brace, and I mean, just a ton of guys and ladies that saw me grow up. And were a big part of reason why I came here. Gordy, still give him credit for recruiting me. There's other guys who participated, Grinsing and D-Rock, all those guys helped, and obviously Altman, but Gordy was almost the sole reason why I came here. And so, I call him Uncle Gordy, right? He's my guy. But yeah, just having those guys around still, makes it feel still like home. It's not, new facilities, new buildings, all that different stuff. It's cool, but the people is what it's all about in the first place for me. To have all those, familiar faces around makes a huge difference for the reason why I love still coming back and being around.
Obviously a very unique situation for you to be inducted while your father is still the coach here. Just kind of talk on that and how cool that is.
Super cool, just the run that, he's been on the last 10 years. It's so crazy to say it's, been 10 years, but it makes it all special because, I'll be able to have a lot of my family here tonight, and a lot of close friends, that we grew up with. So I think it makes it special that he's still here, and I think the future's bright. Just being around the guys the last few days, just still bringing a lot of high character guys, and I think that speaks volume to the program he runs, and definitely excited for their future, and more excited just for tonight, and really enjoying the time around my family.
How much of a say did you have in? I don't know if there's like a. Do you want to be inducted? Yes, no. Like how much? I mean, because if you think about like 6 years, you probably would like. Maybe some part of you wanted to wait longer or something like that, but I guess.
Yeah.
Why did you feel like it was right to just do it for you?
There was no say. They hit me up, and I said, absolutely, I'll be there. But I mean, it's cool whether it's 6 years or 15 years. It's still the same, and it's been great. Having guys like Ethan and Grant and those guys still young, being able to come back and maybe play a little pickup over here with them. So. It's special regardless of when it is, and it's always gonna be an honor to come back here and represent Creighton.
What memories flood into your mind? I mean, you guys have been here for a couple days, right? What have you been hit with a ton of sort of had moments to reflect? What sticks out about Creighton when you're actually stepping foot on campus, walking around?
Honestly, obviously a lot of change has happened. I remember a lot of late night meal exchanges at the cafeteria. That was my jam. Just being in Omaha as a whole. Like I just have so many memories here. Met my wife here. So that in and of itself, brings just a flood of emotion and different things that it's just crazy that life-changing type of things. So. And all that, due to me being here at Creighton and here in Omaha. So, one of the coolest places to go back to for me, just because of that. Like, just so many things that happened here in 4 years that literally changed the trajectory of my life. That it's always a special place for me.
Same, yeah. It's just the buildings on campus you walk by, I went by old gym and all that stuff up there the other day, and just kind of reliving those days, because that's where all the work started. And obviously now they have these beautiful facilities down here, but we put a lot of work in on that floor, and just the people, like you said, Steve and Lisa, everyone in the academic room, seeing old professors, walking around campus, just the memories that you shared with them in the classroom, and then just seeing them, at the games and being around all the coaches. It's special coming back, and I think Creighton does a really good job with keeping everyone around, and that makes it a lot more special when we come back.
You guys, both of you, are so consumed with professional media. It takes a lot of work to be a professional athlete. I mean, do you think back on Creighton often? I mean, do you allow yourself, because it was good times, obviously, do you allow yourself to sort of like relish in that and be like, that was a lot of fun, let me pull up this clip? Or, I mean, I don't know if it serves as motivation at all, or it's just fun to do.
Definitely, yeah. Every once in a while I'll throw on that Ethan Rogge 7-3 game against Villanova. Just stuff like that, just to kind of relive those days. I think time flies, and we're so busy with playing such a long schedule. Sometimes it's a good reminder to go back and watch games where you're having a lot of fun with your teammates in college. And I still watch as much Creighton basketball as I can. It's really tough to do when we're playing so much, but I try and follow along, and just brings back good memories.
ex-teammates of maybe a couple years ago. And they told me that I won't out on them in case you don't. But they told me that for your senior night you wanted to be introduced as from Omaha, Nebraska. And I wonder just because obviously the community had made an impact on you and you wanted to kind of give it back at that moment. Was there a point in time that you can recall where this place kind of became home for you instead of? Because I mean, you live a lot of different places.
Yeah.
Your dad coaching here and there. But do you remember when it hit you that Omaha felt a little different? Felt like it was becoming your home?
I mean, it always kind of felt like home with the family moving from Iowa. But I would say, a couple years into it, I always kind of wanted to make that change, but I was very superstitious, so I didn't want to. I think just the way this community has embraced me and my family, and my sister grew up here and went through Scott High School, and now is playing volleyball in Missouri. Just how they've embraced our family and just the relationships we made with so many people across the community, and just how well everyone treats us, not just me, but all my teammates. It's just an unbelievable community, and we were able to give a lot back when we were here. And that starts with our coaching staff and how involved they had us in the community. And like I said, it's great being back, and this will always be home.
Anthony, I wonder, you were playing, but I wonder how much you caught of Doug's impressive career run. What was your reaction as you're kind of looking back on seeing Creighton rise and him sort of being the centerpiece of all of that?
I guess I probably was just thinking, I wish I would have played with him. I got a lot more open shots. Just it's special to see, someone just absolutely dominate and it be, obviously from your school, there's a lot of pride that goes into that. So, there's other people who talked about their schools and how good they were and stuff. I was like, well, you don't have the best player in the country right now like we do, type of stuff. So, it definitely gave a little bit of bragging rights and stuff like that for the Creighton alum. So, yeah, definitely, proud of this young fella to go through 4 years and just kill it like he did, and do some stuff that had never been done or very few people had done. So it was fun. I mean, it was fun to watch. It was it was a little bit of a must-see TV for Creighton fans to watch, because didn't know wasn't gonna last forever, and it's not very often you get a player that dominates at that level, at the college level. And it was just fun to have Creighton kind of at the center of attention for a while across the country, not just in Omaha. That was fun for everybody that has a connection to Creighton.
We'll do a couple more minutes with these guys.
Is that a way for either of you to make it more special, the fact that college athletics kind of flies by and you almost get caught up maybe as you're later in your career, maybe not appreciating it as much throughout the journey because it went by so fast, and then trying to kind of recapture the memories of the years that you guys spent here?
For sure, yeah. I mean, it just flew by, because you're so busy with school and classes, and you're in the midst of, all these games, and especially in the NBA, every year flies by even more. And just like I said, it's crazy being 6 years removed from where I was, and I think it makes you appreciate it more when you look back and you walk in these buildings and see old photos with your teammates and old highlights that you're seeing online, and I think it just makes that more special, coming back. And
Anthony, normally when you get inducted into these kind of things, it's like after your career is over, to still be playing and kind of now have this notch under your belt here at Creighton. Just kind of talk on how special that is.
It's pretty cool. It's something that, like I said at the beginning, it's not something I ever played for or even expected or even thought was something that was going to happen. So when I did get the call and, they told me, hey, we want to induct you into the Hall of Fame, I was like, oh, all right. My first thought and first question is, okay, when is it? Because I'm still playing. I can't just show up in the middle of October, November. But if it's pretty much any time outside of the, season, I'll show up, and we'll come do it. So, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's cool to still be playing, still, to be able to get inducted to the Hall of Fame and all that different stuff. It is fun. It's fun. It's unique. Like you said, it's probably abnormal. I would say most people, when you think about Hall of Fame, like even NBA, NFL, all those guys, they have like a rule. It's like, you have to be 5 years removed or something before you can get inducted. So, I guess Creighton skipped over that rule and decided to allow us to move forward with it. And having Big Bro Kyle going last year with Altman, it's awesome. They're definitely it's kind of going in the right order. They deserve to go in before us for sure, because those guys kind of paved the way for us and allowed us to do what we're doing. So, but yeah, I mean it's just fun. It's good.